Hello everybody, Dan here. Welcome back to Daily Soap Dish. If you're new here, please hit that subscribe button down below because we cover a ton of 90 Day Fiancé right here on the channel. Right guys, so let's get right into it. So today's story is going to be talking about Liz Woods and her now ex, Big Ed Brown. Now, we've done a couple of videos about Liz and Big Ed, and we know that they did split up. They split up as of late last year or fall of 2023. And their split came as a bit of a shock because they got married just like a few weeks before their split. Now, what we don't know with Liz and Ed is what exactly caused this last and final split between Liz and Ed because, you know, they've gotten back, they broke up, gotten back like 13, 14, 15 times. I think we all kind of lost count on how many times they broke up and got back together. But this is, the last and final split because Liz now has a new man, Jason. And there's been rumors that Big Ed also might have a new woman, although we haven't seen confirmation on exactly who he is dating, if he's dating anybody in particular. Now, today's video is also going to be talking about Liz and her living condition. So Liz moved back to San Diego, and it appears that she went back to work at the restaurant where she was working before. So we're going to talk about these two things today. Let's get right into it, guys. So Liz reveals current living situation after Big Ed split. So Liz Woods spoils her storyline with Big Ed Brown by revealing where she is living and working now after their 2023 split. Now, guys, maybe about a year or so ago when we were, talking on this channel, we would often bring up the point that, so-and-so cast member broke their NDA. They revealed information that we're only going to find out later or perhaps on the tell-all. They broke their NDA, TLC is going to fire them. This seems to be happening literally every episode. We have a cast member dropping information, spoiling a storyline. It seems to be happening like it's going out of style. I don't know exactly what's going on, but there's definitely a different approach to the way that cast members are revealing information as opposed to the past when they really kept their cards close to their chest. Now they just don't even care. I mean, the whole storyline is already spoiled, and Liz is putting out more spoilers like there's no problem. Now, Liz Woods revealed where she is living now after her split from Big Ed Brown. Now, Big Ed, who is from San Diego, was a regular a restaurant at the Encontro North Park restaurant where Liz worked on The Single Life. He asked her out, and she said yes, but little did Liz know that the relationship would turn her life around. 14 breakups later, perhaps 15, 16, who knows. Liz was all set to marry Big Ed in August 2023. While it's not known whether they did get married, the Happily Ever After Season 8 star revealed that she had a new boyfriend in late 2023. Now, from all the sources, and I just got to clarify, from all the sources that I have, there's been an indication that they did indeed get married. Now, the only other possible explanation is that they got married, but somehow they failed to file the certificate of marriage. So I don't know. I don't know exactly the technicality. I'm not a legal expert, so I don't know exactly how that would work out. But from what we have heard, they have indeed gotten married. Perhaps there is a technicality there where this marriage somehow did not officially, legally, fully get registered, or perhaps it got dissolved or annulled. I don't know. I guess we'll find out on the show. But this is not fully correct here because they did indeed, at least from what we have heard, get married. Now, Liz was spotted at a bar in Bentonville with Big Ed in January of 2023. Now, this is Liz, and this is, I believe, the owner of Encontro Restaurant. I believe we have seen this guy before who offered her to be basically a part owner of the restaurant. Now, this was a big storyline, and a lot of people, myself included, never really understood why Liz she's always kind of been working at Encontro, but, it seems like she kind of gave up Encontro for some time just to be with Big Ed. I mean, just her moving to Arkansas, around the time of like last year, around the time they got married, even before that, and basically trying to, create a new career for herself in real estate. Supposedly, she was trying to change her life around for Big Ed, and it didn't work out. I never understood why she would just kind of throw away such a big opportunity like this, to basically be a partner or to have some kind of stake in this restaurant that appears to be pretty popular. Never ate there, but appears to be, a staple there. So Let's see what else it says here. Liz was spotted at a bar in Bentonville back in January. Now, they confirmed their move to Arkansas in Happily Ever After Season 8, while revealing that Liz had given up her job and in contra for Big Ed. Now, Liz's latest IG story reveals she's not only back in San Diego, but has resumed her job and in contra. Now, Liz posted a photo of her workplace with the executive chef and owner, Jason, as they prepped for brunch service. She was all smiles in her uniform as she stood proud at the place where she felt like she'd always belonged. Liz was offered a promotion at the restaurant in Happily Ever After Season 7, where she had the chance to become the partner. However, she gave it all up to move to Arkansas for Big Ed. I can't understand that decision at all. Big Ed also didn't like Liz being friends with her co-workers. He may have talked her out of continuing to work there. Of course he did, because Big Ed has this very small and fragile ego. He is a gaslighter and he is a manipulator, and he doesn't like other people having any kind of influence or control over Liz's life. And so Big Ed had to squash all of that. Of course, Liz being more independent and perhaps even more successful than Big Ed by becoming, a part owner of a restaurant, probably would bruise his already damaged and fragile ego even more. And so obviously Ed couldn't have that. He had to take her away from San Diego and from this, great opportunity at Encontro and put her somewhere completely, like far away in Arkansas, make sure that she just didn't have a chance to go back to that. Now, of course, that didn't happen because Liz went back to that, but I really think that was at least part of Big Ed's thinking here. Now, her new boyfriend is from San Diego, and she may have decided to move out of her house, which she shared with Big Ed as soon as she saw a future in her relationship with Jason. Now, Liz may not have felt comfortable having a real estate job as Big Ed wanted her to. Her being all smiles and in contra shows how happy she is to be back home with her friends and family, and also maybe with her new man, Jason. Now, she did sacrifice a lot when she went along with Big Ed to Bentonville. Now, she moved because Big Ed wanted to stay close to his family in Arkansas, supposedly. Now that he is no longer a part of her life, she doesn't want to focus on closed chapters. Liz hasn't revealed her new boyfriend's face on Instagram, but of course we have already seen it, which hints at her having a future in the franchise after Happily Ever After. So, I think that there is a strong possibility that we're going to see Liz and Liz and Jason come on the show. I really think that there is a big possibility that we're going to see that happen. Now, what is the final straw for Big Ed and Liz? So let's see what TV shows Ace has to say about this. So Big Ed and Liz had the kind of toxic cocktail that kept them coming back to each other over and over again in 90 Day Fiancé scenes. Now, at this point, most viewers are also sick of seeing them in even more episodes, and I can kind of, attest to that myself. Now, maybe some of you guys love Big Ed and Liz. I like Liz. I just don't care for Big Ed. I'm kind of sick and tired of seeing Big Ed. I'm happy to see Liz and Jason, or Liz being single or whatever. I'm happy to see what's going on with Liz. And, guys, Liz looks a lot happier. Like, she's glowing ever since she dumped that big boulder off of her shoulder called Ed. She looks a lot happier. Like, she is basically being youthful again. She glows. She is, she's lost weight. She looks healthy. She looks great. Compared to before, she always looked miserable when she was around Big Ed. This is not a coincidence. Obviously, just removing that big toxic boulder off of her shoulder, I think, is a huge factor in her turning her life around. Now, it makes sense for TLC to keep bringing them back for more just because of their toxicity, which perhaps it does for TLC. Perhaps that's why they keep bringing them back. However, now they won't be back together. They'll be coming back separately. Now, TLC fans see the duo preparing for their wedding and Happily Ever After scene. So 90 Day Fiancé fans keeping up with the updates in real time. Now that Big Ed and Liz split. Again, currently Happily Ever After scenes show Liz trying on wedding dresses. However, the off-screen reality couldn't be more different for these two. Liz Woods has been teasing a new man online. Even with all the drama from Big Ed, she still has him all over her social media, including various TLC clips that the pair are in. Now, the latest tease says that Liz Woods is back in San Diego with a new guy, Jason. Of course, Liz and Ed are notorious for breaking up and getting back together again. Now, this time, I think it will be for good. Now, Insider spills tea on final straw. Many 90 Day Fiancé fans are curious about what the final nail in the coffin was that led to Big Ed and Liz splitting for good, especially with their long story of making up and breaking up. An alleged insider dished on what the final straw was. According to the insider, they alleged that the pair never got married. The source went on saying, he told me the final straw was when his sister was making some vegetable casserole and Liz was vegan for a bit, so I guess she thought that the casserole wasn't vegan and flipped out. She started throwing crap everywhere and screaming. So Liz was vegan, and basically she had some kind of breakdown over the food that was being cooked that was allegedly not vegan. Okay. Now, the insider added, even Ed's family, who I met, said she was crazy. They both were just crazy, to be honest. Now, I wonder who this insider is, guys. If everything that the source says is true, of all the things that could have finally pushed the 90 Day Fiancé pair over the top, it was a vegetable casserole. No, I didn't sign anything. Basically, him and Liz never got married. He told me the final straw was when his sister was making some vegetable casserole. Liz was vegan for a bit, so I guess she thought that the casserole wasn't vegan and flipped out. She started throwing crap everywhere. So we could see this right here, guys. Now, this is alleged, you know, and I don't know if this is true. This sounds a little comical to me. I got to be honest with you guys. Now, I'm just reporting the news as it's out there because we're going to find out soon enough if this is indeed what happened. But this sounds a little crazy and comical to me that vegetable casserole would be the final straw for these two. Now, according to the source as well, and this is something people have said online, and like I said, if it turns out that Liz and Big Ed never actually got married, then they never got married, but we have seen reputable sources out there claiming that they have seen information that Big Ed and Liz did indeed get married, I believe back in August of 2023. So it's very possible, guys, and I don't want to confuse anybody here, it's very possible that Big Ed and Liz and TLC are pulling the wool over our eyes. It's possible that Big Ed or Liz, and I'm assuming maybe Big Ed, but maybe let's not assume. Let's say one of these three here have given some of these big sites and publications information confirming that Big Ed and Liz got married, but perhaps that information wasn't accurate. And so like that, it created buzz and it got people talking about Big Ed and Liz getting married. And now people are all confused because they have split up so shortly after their alleged marriage. So anything is possible here. It's possible TLC is pulling a fast one on us, either TLC or Big Ed. Now, we have also seen some other shady stuff, obviously, with Jasmine and Gino. And also, I'm not exactly sure if I fully believe the Michael and Angela storyline where Michael runs away, scared for his life. And, you know, all this happening, you know, just out of pure coincidence, literally like 2 weeks before Happily Ever After drops. Was it a PR stunt or not? Was TLC involved or not? You know, we don't know for sure, but I think there's some weird things happening with 90 Day Fiancé recently, with all of these spoilers coming out, you know, being dropped by cast members. So I feel like more than ever, I think there's been a shift in TLC's approach. More than ever, TLC, I don't think they care about breaking the NDAs. I think, in fact, they are actively encouraging their cast members to drop tidbits of information that spoils their storylines in hopes that it generates buzz and PR. Perhaps this hints at low ratings, and I'm going to have to double check that, and maybe we'll do a future video about that for you guys. Perhaps TLC has been struggling with the ratings recently, and perhaps one of the ways that they're thinking of attacking this problem is by giving more information out there, creating all kinds of buzz outside of the show, in hopes that that then leads to better and increased ratings in the future. But there's definitely a shift, guys. I can't be the only one seeing this because, like I said, 1 year ago or so, people that would be dropping this information, cast members that would be dropping this information, would be accused of breaking their NDAs and they would be in big trouble. Doesn't seem like it's the case anymore. Something must have happened. So that's the story for today, guys. Now, let me ask you guys a few questions here. So what do you guys think? First of all, you know, and I don't, like I said, I don't want to confuse anybody, but we are getting conflicting information about this alleged wedding between Big Ed and Liz. Do you buy this source? This is an anonymous source, and honestly, it sounds like a pro-Ed source because the source calls Liz crazy. And yeah, maybe Liz sometimes, she acts a little unhinged as well. But I really do think that a lot of that, at least in the scenes that we have seen, is brought about by Big Ed kind of just egging her on and trying to manipulate her and just kind of pulling her strings and trying to make her kind of crazier on the show. So I don't know. I feel like the source is a little bit pro Big Ed, but what do you guys think about that? Do you guys think that this source, there's some truth to it? Let me know in the comment section down below what you think about that. Would you guys like to see Jason and Liz come back on the show? I know that none of you guys want to see Big Ed come back on the show, but if you do, also let me know. People can have different opinions about what goes on the show and these cast members as well. And last but not least, let me ask you guys, do you guys also notice that, we're talking a lot more about cast members dropping tidbits of information that not that long ago would have been considered, these cast members breaking their NDAs and being in trouble with TLC, but now it appears to be happening on the regular? Or is it just me? You guys let me know what you think about that in the comments down below. Hope you guys did enjoy this update. Please give the video a big thumbs up if you did. Hit that subscribe button down below for more content right here on the channel. And I will see you guys very soon. Take care.